Hey, check this out. I know you have always dreamed of performing in Carnegie Hall, so I think this 2023 to 2024 season at Sound Espressivo would be perfect for you. As a platform, we host live online auditions so you can share your music with the entire world. Then we send you to incredible in-person venues like Carnegie Hall so you can perform solo, as a duo, as an ensemble, and with orchestra. This year we have a total of 4 gala events at Carnegie Hall, as well as 4 different opportunities to perform with orchestras in the US, in the Czech Republic, and even in Egypt. We want to help you fulfill your musical dreams. Go to soundespressivocompetition.com to check out our season and to apply. Hello and welcome to Virtual Concert Hall's live music programs. Thank you for joining us today. We are in session 3 of our Carnegie Hall auditions, and I'm very proud to say that our channel is dedicated to bringing live performances and events from around the world, from international artists that delivered to audiences around the globe. Hello and welcome to Virtual Concert Hall's live music channel. My name is Chris Au and I will be your host for today's show. This is session 3 of the auditions for the Laureate Gala concerts at Carnegie Hall. So participants are competing for an opportunity to perform in Weill Recital Hall at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Very exciting, and I'm very proud to be able to present these musicians who are looking to perform on a global seeking the guidance and support from the judges, who I'll introduce very shortly, through live comments, which you will hear after each performance today. So just to reinstate, our contestants are playing live and our judges are also live, delivering what will be feedback for these musicians. The gala auditions are organized by Sound Espressivo, Progressive Musicians, and Virtual Concert Halls. Virtual Concert Hall is the internet TV broadcaster, providing artists with a virtual stage and ability to reach audiences beyond the confines of the conventional concert halls. And this allows musicians to be able to use both the online platform and the in-person opportunities that are available in the music industry. And our judges are more than equipped to also provide guidance on that and to give a lot of opportunities themselves. Progressive Musicians is an organizer of many competitions and concerts at prestigious venues like
No matter where you are or who you are, music connects us all. We started with a dream, but now we are paving the future. Welcome to the Sound Espressivo Global Competition. Fully virtual, yet bringing musicians closer together than ever before, now on a global scale. True live, inclusivity, diversity, connection, community, an extraordinary array of judges. Get noticed by companies all over the world. Prizes, scholarships, performance opportunities. Apply to be a part of the most exciting congregation of artists like nothing you've ever seen before. We guarantee quality and leave no musician behind. We can't wait to hear you on the virtual stage.
So the goal of these auditions is to encourage, nurture, and to reward musicians for being proactive about sharing their art and developing their careers. We are really encouraged by so many musicians who have been so good with making sure that they present themselves well online, and I want to make sure we introduce them as well as the judges who are going to be judging that. But first, let's have a look at our season video that shows up what is available this coming season.
Perform on our galas at Carnegie Hall. Our new season of auditions for classical musicians is now available. Performance opportunities for students, young professionals, and seasoned artists. Perform as a soloist or chamber ensemble at Carnegie Hall. Perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players at Carnegie Hall. Composers submit their works to be premiered at Carnegie Hall. New this season, Laureate ensembles at Carnegie Hall. Audition to be part of a 3-day intensive workshop directed by some of the world's master musicians, culminating with a performance at Carnegie Hall. Audition live from the comfort of your own home. Get live evaluations from expert judges and expand your online presence through our international internet broadcasts. Additional award and performance opportunities are also available. Visit our website for full details. Don't miss out on these wonderful opportunities to advance as a musician and perform on a world-renowned stage. We look forward to hearing your performances.
So without further ado, let's introduce the judges who are going to be judging the contestants we're hearing in this session, as well as many of the other sessions. We are in currently the third session of our Carnegie Hall auditions all today, and it's really exciting. So first of all, I want to introduce Diego Gabriel Imperiale, who was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, a singer, actor, voice coach, and musician. Since he was young, Diego has been writing songs and performing on many stages in Argentina. He's also known as an actor, as a face of Coca-Cola for the celebration of 125 years, as a lead role for Spain and several places in Europe. He was selected by Oscar winner Armando Bo for this role. He has appeared in many movies and has been a really important vocal coach, as well as headlining, directing and producing Avenida Broadway, a musical theater concert series in Buenos Aires that ran for a year and a half and has had 2 shows in Columbus, Ohio, United States. Let's bring him onto the show. Welcome, Diego. Thank you for being a part of our show today.
Thank you so much. Very excited to be here and to hear the talent.
It's going to be really exciting to hear everybody and to have your input as well. Next, we want to introduce Dickran Atamian, who is an incredible pianist, won first prize at the 50th anniversary Nuremberg competitions at Carnegie Hall at the age of 19, and has performed all over the world in many different venues, very important venues. He has a lot of recordings, including the Prokofiev Third and the Khachaturian piano concertos with Gerard Schwartz and the Seattle Symphony on Delos, and he is currently serving as a manager and has a trade name, Jack Price, who is the founder of Price Attractions, a concert management headquartered in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with affiliates in several cities. So he does so many different things, jack of all trades. Let's bring him on, Dickran Atamian.
Thanks. It's good to be here.
Very good to have you. Yeah, really good to have you.
It's always been fun so far.
Mm-hmm. And more fun
judging
to be had.
This competition is really great, huh?
It's always fun to have you here as well.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, and last but definitely not least, I want to introduce maestro pianist Giacomo Franci, who is artistic director and conductor of the New York Chamber Players, a phenomenal pianist who has recorded all the complete piano works of Igor Stravinsky, just to name one composer. He's currently recording Beethoven sonatas as well, and he has appeared on many different radio and television shows in New York and around the world, especially in Italy as well. Let's bring him onto stage. Giacomo Franci, maestro, welcome.
Always an honor. Thank you.
Yeah, really excited to have this session. Thank you, judges, for being a part of it. Looking forward to hearing your input and your feedback on our contestants. And without further ado, I think we have our first contestant ready. So let's bring her on. Let me introduce her first. She is Olivia Yang, performing Vivaldi's Violin Concerto in A minor, the third movement titled Presto. Olivia, we're so happy that you're here with us, and we look forward to your performance. Enjoy. Bravo, Olivia. Congratulations. This is so nice. Let's do Giacomo first.
Yeah, Olivia, what is your age?
I'm 8 years old.
8. Okay. You are very, very, very young. So you look, I see that you have a lot of dedication. I could see you even close your eyes when you perform, and so you're very much into it. And but you know, it's always a learning process, and when you are young, you have the advantage of having all your life in front of you. There is like different bowing, and you want to address each string, right, on the different bowing. Not easy. By the way, I'm learning now. I'm taking violin lesson myself. So I know how difficult it is. So yes, you are dedicated to this, and you will do much better. Little intonation problem here and there. Bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Giacomo. Diego?
Olivia, welcome. That's wonderful. Nice setting. You look great. Nice setting. Nice. Where the camera is put. That's wonderful. We could really see you. And as Giacomo said, you were into it with your eyes closed. That could make us feel that you were also feeling what you were playing, which is very, very important. And yeah, you're very young, and in time you'll get better and sharper at the instrument. But it was a very good performance. Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. Dickran.
You can call me Richie. You know, I put that on.
Richie? Okay, let's do it. Well, okay. All right.
Hey, listen, my friends call me Richie, and you're my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Anyway, okay, Olivia, you know, what's interesting about these Baroque pieces, someone asked me once, I forget who, says, do you play the Baroque Deedles? And I said, what? What's the Baroque Deedles? And they go, deedle, 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 you know. And so this music doesn't have to sound like the Baroque Deedles, okay? You know what I'm saying? The Baroque Deedles? I mean, it's like deedle, deedle, deedle. Okay, enough of that. What's interesting about Baroque and classical music is this traditional idea that it has to be straight. It does not. As a matter of fact, Mozart, and he was not a straight guy. You know what I mean? I don't mean that way, but I mean, you know what I mean? He was very exciting, very dramatic, very out there. Okay, and so that's how you have to play this music, even Vivaldi, even Rococo music, or any of this music antiqua, even I would say, I dare say, what do you call it? Gregorian chant. In other words, don't play, if I might say to you, and you're young, so you can absorb all this and, implement it right away, because that's the way you guys are. Okay, it's like, don't play everything in dull, strict time, okay? You got that? Okay, so in other words, move and then hold it. Move and then hold it. That's really what music's all about. It's not about doing everything that's on the printed page, because the printed page is nothing but a roadmap, okay? And not a very good one, by the way. Like I like to say, you don't drive to San Francisco in one drive, Yeah, you have pit stops. You know what a pit stop is, Olivia? Yeah, like, you're driving to a long drive, 17-hour drive. You stop for gas. You stop to go to the bathroom. You stop to eat. Okay? It's very similar here in this roadmap of deedle deedle. You've got to move the music when it wants to be moved, and you've got to hold it when it wants to be held, and you got to halt it, you got to control it. There's so many different moods, and yet the music looks like deedle, 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 right? That's what it looks like on the page. Bach, very much the same, although quite different. But, he wrote, like the A minor English suite of Bach, it's a keyboard pieces. The opening prelude can be pretty deedly, But with the right direction, these notes can have meaning. Okay? So try to approach, this is going to sound weird, Baroque music like you would romantic music or any other form of period of music. Not that it should sound like that period, but it's all music. It's all eighth notes, quarter notes, whole notes, mezzo forte, whatever the directives are, bars, 4/4 time. It's all basically the same, except for what? Stylistic differentiation. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it's music. It's all music. So you got to make music, not just play the notes, okay? So then this intonation problem, you'll solve that. I feel sure, your ear will correct all of those things, whatever you may have in your mind about intonation. I won't go into that. That's, it's totally obvious stuff. But musically, you can do something that will help your intonation. A very smart professor said, if you feel the music, everything else falls into place. If you can feel it, all these little technical things will evaporate eventually if you really understand what's going on with the building blocks of the piece. Okay? That's it.
Thank you, Richie. Oliver?
Sure.
Olivia, do you have anything you want to say to the judges? Any disagreements? No. Okay, well, thank you so much, Olivia. We'll look forward to hearing you sometime in the future. And thank you for presenting such a beautiful piece.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll look forward to hearing you again. And let's move on to our next contestant, who's coming to us as a guitarist. Juan P. Oliver will be performing Enrique Granados' piece, and Andaluza from the Dances Español number 5. Juan, this is your stage. Enjoy, and I look forward to hearing you. Juan, that
Okay.
was beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed that. Let's have Diego first.
Okay, hey Juan, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good, good. All right, welcome and thank you and congratulations. It sounds very, very nice, very good. I don't think I have a lot to say. I like where you place the camera. We could really see you. I've been talking about that the whole day, and and these pieces are hard. It's a very specific style. So I like how you move through the harmonics part, the part where you just play those harmonics. That was wonderful. Really great. Wonderful job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. Richie?
Yeah, good job. It's funny about these idiomatic pieces. You played idiomatically what one would expect, a Spanish guitar piece to sound like, I suppose. You know what I mean? This idea of moving towards a note and then lingering and then moving, da-da-da-da. I think it can be a bit more organic. You know what I mean? In other words, not so Spanish. You know what I mean? It can be. There's a piece for piano called Fantasia Beatica. I don't know if you know that one, Chris.
Manuela de Falla, right? De Falla wrote
Yeah,
that?
by Falla. Yeah,
De Falla, yeah.
Phenomenal piece if it's played in an Empyrean style, but not so phenomenal if all you hear is Nights in the Gardens of Spain. It's not. This whole idea of German music Armenian music. I remember I was playing these pieces by Gomidas at Carnegie once on my debut, and oh, so Armenian. I just I don't get that. It's music. Music is music. It's not Armenian. It's not Spanish. It's not Lithuanian, and it's certainly not Croatian. It's just music. You know what I'm saying? So try to stay away from these what are they called, cliched type things in the Spanish idiom. It's not. It doesn't do the music service. I know this piece pretty well. So when you go da 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 dum bum da dum da 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 dum dum da dum, continue the thought. Don't just go wherever you feel like taking time, because the harmony doesn't dictate that, and harmony dictates policy. I'm sorry, but the bass line's the most important, and then you build that harmony on the bass line, because you can build a million harmonies on a bass note. Not a million, but quite a few different harmonies. So it depends on the harmony, you see. So, and you've got all the harmony there. You play that very well, and your articulation's pretty good. You need to even it up a little bit, I suppose, in some spots. We could go into that in further detail, but I won't, since I'm not a guitarist. But I think you have to make the music sound more or less musically organic than, oh, that's a Spanish piece. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's too Spanish. Like Rodrigo used to say, play. Joaquin, he had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he said, just play the music. Just play the music. I used to imitate him, actually. A lot of jokes about his accent was really funny, but I think you just have to think of this piece in the most natural way, rather than this is by forget that it's Granados, for example. Let's say you didn't know it was by Granados, or the name was Sevilla, or whatever it is. It's just piece. A piece by somebody, and all you see are the notes, no directives, nothing, just note values, bar lines. Interpret it that way, and I would say stay away from these sudden rushes to a note, and then all of a sudden lingering beyond belief, and then going ahead again. Although you've got the right idea. See, I like the idea that you move the moving notes and you kind of hold these melodic things. But in music, we do have, I hate to say it, there are rules. People say there aren't. There are. First of all, it has to make sense. That's number one rule. Because if it doesn't make sense, what's the point? Yeah, it's exciting, but it makes no sense. Well, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? So anyway, those are my 2 cents. Good job.
Thank you, Richie. Last but not least, Giacomo.
Juan, do I pronounce well your name, or Juan?
Juan.
Juan. Okay.
Juan.
I was very impressed with the harmonics. The moment when I know this piece on the piano very well, but I'm pianist, so I was very impressed to listen your harmonics. It was kind of magical. When you play in public, I would suggest you maybe to indulge on that. It's very attractive, very. I don't have much other comments. I pretty much like your playing. Well, yeah, a few things. I never pay attention to that, if it was clear or not clear. Especially in this music. This is not Johann Sebastian Bach. I mean, it's more kind of bloody music. If it's like maybe like Piazzolla, right? I enjoy wrong notes in Piazzolla. I want to declare that.
You've
Piazzolla
declared.
is kind of jazzy. Maybe this one is more classical. It's not like, but I think there is this thing about classical music. You have to play all the notes, and we are all obsessed with that. But but there is some music like Piazzolla, for example. I conducted, I played several times, and I enjoyed the wrong notes there when the wrong notes are right. So, but yeah, I enjoyed your playing. Keep on going, man.
Thank you.
It's good.
Amazing. Thank you, judges. This has been really great. Juan, I hope you got a lot out of this, and thank you for performing this beautiful piece for us. I really enjoyed listening to it. As a pianist, it's nice to hear it on the guitar. I think it sounds fantastic. It really suits the music. So I hope to see you again, and thank you for joining us on this stage.
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, my pleasure. Okay, well, with that, thank you, judges. We're going to move on to our next performer for this session. We are in session 3 of our Carnegie Hall auditions. Contestants have the privilege to play for judges and to be online and broadcasted all over the world so they can audition for a chance to perform at Carnegie Hall. Before we introduce the next contestant, I want to talk about some of the awards that we are offering to some of these candidates, including being able to play in Carnegie Hall. This is particularly the iClassical Prize, and this is a recognition award which is given to some contestants who will be given an opportunity to study some of these masterclasses and different prizes that are awarded from iClassical Academy. There's also a James Adler Award, an audience favorite award, which will be presented in Carnegie Hall with a cash prize, as well as an opportunity to access the Adler Oaks Music Library for new composers and modern music. So this is really exciting, and for everyone who's performing, this is an opportunity to expand your horizons, to understand that there are a lot of different organizations offering opportunities to support young musicians, and this is something that we're really proud about. And as you can see on the screen, there are also other opportunities that are available, from online concerts to access to many different parts of the recording or the album distribution industry, or a chance to be represented by an artist manager to be able to study all over the world with different teachers in masterclasses. This is just the beginning, and we're really proud to be able to present this. And now, without further ado, we're going to introduce our next contestant. Goes by the name Amber Harling, and we're going to be gifted with Richard Strauss's Morgan, Opus 27, number 4. And I'm really looking forward to hearing this. The stage is yours, Amber. Enjoy.
Und morgen wird die Sonne wieder erscheinen, und auf die Wege, den ich gehen werde, wird uns die Glücklichen, sie inmitten dieser Sonne atmen.
Bravo.
Great.
Thank you.
That was incredible. I love listening to Morgan. It's so beautiful. And you did such a great job.
Thank.
Well, let's have Richie first.
I agree. It was beautiful, beautiful singing. Makes, I mean, there's something about that. The way you sang that is just, it's like heavenly. Just beautiful sounds, and that's hard in that acoustic where you are.
Yes.
And you did it. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I mean, other people have concert halls, and these big but you had to do it where I don't know where you are. Are you in a Kinko's or something?
Yeah,
or
I
what?
know. I'm in my place of employment. It's a recording studio, Pippin Music Academy. I'm a voice teacher here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean, it's just great singing. Just perfectly appropriate, idiomatic, and very Strauss-like, right? Have you ever done the last 4 songs?
No, I did study it at my last year in graduate school, but I have never performed it.
Yeah, you should do that.
I'll
With
definitely look into it.
Yeah, with orchestra. Yeah, it's really great. Anyway,
Amazing.
congratulations. It was terrific.
Thank you, Ricky.
Congratulations. Diego, let's have you next.
All right. Hey, how's it going, Amber?
Good, Diego. How are you?
Right, good. All right, congratulations. Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
If I have something to say, will be maybe don't give it all at once at the beginning. Like be in time some of the notes. See if you can like do some different attacks somehow. That's what I would recommend. For what I've heard. And another thing that I don't know if it's on purpose, but it sometimes, and because maybe because you're too close to the camera and about the acoustics and everything, but I do hear a lot of like a kind of like a breathy sound in some vowels.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because you wanna do it that way, or maybe because some of the vowels, from when you go from oo, like from ooh, when you go from oo to ah, ooh, sometimes I can hear like ooh, that it goes kind of like more breathy. And well, that it's something that it has to do with like maybe like a personal taste, if I could say. It's not that it's wrong. It's what I heard. So I would advise you to see if you're controlling it. Are you doing it on purpose, or what do you think? Like, do you like
I don't
that
think
tone?
it was intentional. I guess it was just the mood that I'm in. I can understand why that would be interpreted as that. So it's not intentional.
Okay, all right.
Or probably the nerves.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I mean, that's why it's good to know it. So then we can work on it and see. Okay, if we want to say this, and if we want to like tell the story this way, because it has a meaning and it has to do with the music. So it's always the music first. If it has to do with the music, and I'm saying, all right, I want to say this way, and I want it to be breathy, that's great. And if what I'm talking about maybe does not have to be breathy to be able to control it, and maybe not do it breathy, like being able to have that technique control to see if you really want to do it or not. That's what I would advise. Otherwise, great, nice, wonderful singing.
Thank you.
Oh, love these little details, Diego. Thank you so much. Giacomo.
I have a question. So you are a voice teacher yourself?
Yes, sir.
So what is? Why did you choose this aria instead of another?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I have performed an aria in 4 years, and this was the one I was most familiar with, that I remembered the most. And also, this is the one of my favorites to perform. I feel like I can interpret better through the translations and, of course, the language itself. Because it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do for today. I had a list and I said, okay, what am I going to do here? But I felt with the time that I had, and of course, one I'm most familiar with that I remember from 4 years ago. This was
Do,
the winner in my book.
do you speak German?
No, but I have a best friend who speaks German, and her mother's full blood German.
Okay, so um, this area require, for my point of view, a lot of legato, and it's almost impossible with German language because it's full of strict.
Right.
The nature of the language is tricky. Then I think, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you were a little nervous in the beginning
I'm sorry.
when you started singing. You
Mm-hmm.
were a little bit nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So uh, I found your singing getting better and better as you were singing. You sing very well. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. So yeah, it was just, if I have one suggestion, is try your best for the legato thing. That the area will gain a lot with enhancing, more than taking care of the addition of German language. Like, try as much as you can, and then it will be even better than the way you sang it.
Thank
Wonderful.
you.
Well, Amber, I adore this piece very much, and thank you for presenting it. Thank you for being so brave and to bring this to us after 4 years of not performing. I hope you continue on, and that this is a good opportunity to get back onto performing, and you have a lot to say to people, and I can't wait to hear you again. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. So again, thank you, judges. That was really, really wonderful. I always find it so good to have these sort of exchanges that you can have live with a contestant. So we're going to say bye to our judges for now before a little promotional pause. I want to talk to you a little bit, our audience, about an opportunity, and many opportunities actually, to perform with orchestra. That's one of the amazing things that Sound Espressivo, co-orchestra, and progressive musicians are putting together along with virtual concert halls. And this is coming up so soon. This opportunity to hear amazing musicians play in Harry King Concert Hall with Maestro Glenn Cortese, and these are incredible finalists who have performed so well in our auditions around January, and now they have an opportunity to play with an orchestra. To experience that is just incredible. But that's just the beginning. We have amazing orchestras in the Czech Republic, as well as the Boulder Symphony, and these are also other opportunities, as well as the Carroll Opera House, where the Carroll Opera Orchestra will be playing with other musicians, and as well as you can see, the New York Chamber Players Orchestra. We are giving opportunities to so many different people to perform with orchestras and experience that, because you don't really want your first time to playing with orchestra to be a big debut where or perhaps in a big competition. These are opportunities that allow you to get to know what it's like to play with an orchestra, to work with a conductor, to work with other musicians, and to do a little traveling as well. So we are an international organization dedicated to giving opportunities for young musicians to do just that. Right. We want to make sure that people are blended in with this online and in-person experience, to play online for judges to get feedback, and then to be able to play in live concert halls with live orchestras and musicians as well. So this is a wonderful opportunity, and I think our contestants and our audience need to tell as many people about it as possible, so you and the musicians you love can also play with orchestra. And that is just one and small part of what we do, but it's a very important and crucial part. Our team is dedicated to making sure more of these opportunities are available, and I think next season 24-25 is going to be even more exciting. We're going to have even more orchestras, and so keep in touch, keep tabs on what we're doing, and we'll keep you updated as we go along. And next we have a wonderful mezzo-soprano by the name of Roxanne Glusman, accompanied by Elise Richard on piano. You're going to hear a wonderful piece by Paolo Pandolfo titled Didone Sola. Please enjoy.
Very good.
Bravo. Okay, so would love to have Giacomo first to give some comments.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'm coming.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. I enjoyed Roxanne singing. I'm not very familiar with that aria, but I really enjoy the beginning, very soft, very soothing, and very intense. There was no intonation problem whatsoever. I I don't have much comment about that. Beside that she
Yeah,
sang very well.
it was a
Also,
beautiful performance.
usually I don't comment on the. I found the native interaction also with the pianist.
Mm,
It was more like a duo
yeah,
rather than the piano accompanying. It was like a
yeah,
complete symbiosis there of the two.
yeah. I found the collaboration very beautiful to hear. Richie?
Oh yeah, it was really outstanding. Very good. It had a haunting quality to it. And Elise
Yeah,
plays beautifully.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
one of our artists. She's a really great player. And I also thought, I agree, it's like sort of a chamber piece, you know. Yeah, it was very, very sympathetic between the two of them. And was this a recording?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed it froze, out there. Yeah, the singer was just very thoughtful. Very
Yeah.
and a thought-provoking performance, you know. I mean, really, it was haunting in a way. Beautiful. I agree with Giacomo. It was very, very nice.
Thank you, Richie. Last but not least, Diego.
Hey, here I am.
There you
I had
are.
a little technical problem. Okay, so yeah, great. My screen froze in the middle, but then I could still hear it. So luckily I could hear everything. I was gonna talk about there's something that it's hard to explain, but in between, like, not the mid to low, the mid to high notes before the high notes, when there were when she goes forte, it loses a little bit of the harmonics, and it might have to do with something that has to do with the lips. Maybe I'm seeing too much lips before that part. So protruding lips usually lengthens the vocal tract. It does darken in some way, and singers can look for that with protruding lips, but it brings about some other trouble. Sometimes it's not letting her connect precisely with those harmonics at certain levels. And I heard this type of sound that loses a harmonic sometimes. It's like that spin that we want to hear, sometimes it's lost. So when the spin is lost, in those moments, it's kind of like, it should have been better. But overall, it's great navigating through the song, and it's a beautiful tone. So should be able to work on that. Try to, well, she's not here unfortunately, but if she can check back the recording and go through those parts, if she can spot those things that I'm talking about, it would be amazing.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, we should have you do a vocal masterclass, Diego. You explained this so well and so eloquently. I'd
love to.
Really
I'm
enjoy.
a big geek on technicalities and how the voice works.
I love how you talk about how, the lips, the vocal tract and everything. I think that's very useful. Roxanne, if you're listening to this and tuning in, I hope you enjoy these comments, and I'm sure Diego will be open to reaching out to you, or were you reaching out to him if you have any questions. At least beautiful playing on the piano. I thought that was one of the highlights for me as well, and overall wonderful collaboration. Before we go into our last finalist, I want to just thank our judges again, and to talk a little bit about what we're doing right now. This is a Carnegie Hall audition. Our contestants have the opportunity to audition live for judges and have the opportunity to play in the Weill Recital Hall of Carnegie Hall itself. And this is a rare opportunity because it's not easy nor cheap to be able to have Carnegie Hall present us the space, and this is an opportunity for young musicians to have one of the greatest stages in the world to project and to share the music and to have a recording of it as well. So this is a really wonderful opportunity, and I want to let everybody know that those who are watching right now, 99% of all of what you see is actually live. We just heard a recording, but this is an exception. It always depends on certain people's availabilities, of course. But the wonderful thing that we adore about being online and having this virtual setup, especially with the great sound quality, great video quality, and is that you get to do this live. And wherever you're at, we will be able to take your technology and boost it up. And this is a few little things that we can show you about our team that supports this, so that you can get the best opportunities possible without sometimes leaving your own home. Sometimes you're able to do this at the comfort of your own home and have a good internet connection. And our team, which you see on the screen, is able to make sure everyone gets an opportunity to play. And if you win an opportunity, then you can travel and perform in Carnegie Hall, as opposed to going and traveling for all these auditions and not knowing if you can get the opportunity that you really want in the end. Now, I hope that everyone will consider signing up. We have many more things available, and there are some websites that I want to share with you so that you can look into for more information, which includes virtualconcerthalls.com. We have soundespressivocompetition.com, which is great place to look at all the opportunities, as well as progressivemusicians.com, where you can see a lot more of these opportunities that you're experiencing now. And last but not least, choreorchestra.com, where we focus on making sure musicians have an opportunity to play with orchestras all around the world. And this is just so exciting that it makes our organization so international, and I love this. So without further ado, I think we're going to go to our last and final contestant of this session. Bear in mind also we have many sessions left, one at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, as well as 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last but not least, we have Oren Pridgen, who's going to be performing what I believe is an original, a composition of his own, titled Dedication Movement Number 1. Oren, the stage is yours. I look forward to hearing your music.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing an original composition of yours. It's so rare we actually get to hear composers also perform their works for us. So congratulations, Oren. Really lovely to hear you. Giacomo, let's have you first.
So first, I admire your courage. I mean, you just come in here with your composition, and it's pretty courageous. So you're just going like that. So I would classify your music as like new age melody, and I mean, how can you judge a composition? I mean, it's much easier to judge a playing than a composition. I'm not actually judging your composition. I can tell you I'm not a great fan of new age music in general. I just have one comment about at the very ending of this easy listening melody that you played. Uh, I think you don't want that too. You just push the pedal, and it was kind of not very clear there, according to what I heard. And then, so less pedal at the end there, so you can have a much clearer ending. That's the only comment I have. Sometimes these melodies that you are involved, they get very, very successful with public. So good luck to you. Okay.
Crazy guy.
That's true. Yeah, there's a big popularity with this kind of beautiful music that is sort of almost entrancing. Thank you so much, Giacomo. Diego, let's have you next.
Hey, Oren, welcome. Great. I was gonna say the same thing about the pedal. Giacomo said that before. It's the only thing that I heard too. I don't know if it was like the previous note that maybe some of the notes got mixed up. You know, when you hit it too hard. I don't know if it was that, but overall, yeah, it's harder to try to judge something original. It's just very nice and it was soothing to me. It sounded great, and yeah, I believe it kind of takes me to that place where it's like movies type of music. And the playing was great, and I liked the shot too. We could see you. It was nice. Good work. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, my mute button was on by accident.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes.
Thank you, Diego. Wonderful to hear your comments. And Richie, let's have you.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm used to Liz's story and Tim's story and what's his name? George Winston. You know those guys?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yanni's one.
Yeah, who?
Yanni. I don't know if you heard of Yanni.
Oh, Yanni. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's movie music. I guess you could do that. You could maybe get it licensed.
I see what you're saying.
That might be a good route to take. I used to know a guy that licensed tracks for movies.
I see.
He died though.
Oh,
So, I mean, it wasn't funny. I'm just saying it's funny that he's not there anymore. But he could be very helpful. I don't know anything about it. But, the harmonies are very easily listened to, and it's interesting. Yeah, I liked it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Richie. Well, Oren, this is a lovely pleasure to hear you. And I hope that this is dedication movement number one. I hope there's going to be more to this, and maybe we'll get to hear a whole package of them too. So this is really wonderful. Thank you for sharing your music with us and original.
Your time.
Pieces.
Thank you for your input, and I really please. Thank you.
Judges, thank you so much. And this is, seeing as Oren's our last contestant, we want to give a big hand to our judges. Thank you so much for being a part of this. We have 2 more sessions coming up. I want to give a big hand to you for your thoughtful comments. How have you liked judging so far? What's been your any feedback you have, or any kind of thoughts you have, Giacomo? Have I opened the Pandora box?
Giacomo, your comments are unbelievable, man.
No, but you always agree with me, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay,
Yeah. How could I not? I like you. You're able to express yourself much better than I.
Really? Well, I think,
Yeah, I mean, mine's. Well, I mean, sometimes I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
Not often.
No, I mean,
though,
this is a difficult session. This was a difficult session.
Diego, you have any other thoughts on this judging process? This is not your first session, I imagine, Diego.
Yeah, this is my first session here, and
Oh, wonderful.
and,
Okay.
well, I mean the best time, yeah, the first time that I'm judging here, and
Uh-huh.
it's great. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the to be able to not only judge but say something that they might take, and take home and then work on it, and they can learn from it too. So
Absolutely.
that's what I like about being on this side, being able to, as a teacher, to
Yeah.
tell them what I feel and what they can work on. And look, now I have my buddy here trying to judge with me.
Oh, very nice.
Oh yeah, I heard him.
Yeah.
He was making
She
his
was-
own. He was making his own music.
She wanted to
Yeah.
make her audition. Yeah. Look.
Let's have her on virtual concert. Let's have her on
Ah,
audition
you
too.
were talking with Jen about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But she could hear it. Yeah.
Oh,
What
wonderful.
is Jennifer like an animal person or something?
Yeah. I think she very much
Oh.
likes cockatiel.
Hey, Jen.
Well, with that, thank you, judges. We're going to give you a little rest, and I'll talk a little bit about our upcoming season. So people who are tuning in. Yeah,
before
please,
we
Giacomo.
go, so today I am a little bit moved because I don't know if you guys know that today Pollini passed away. Maurizio
Yeah.
Pollini passed away. So I also posted a comment on Facebook.
Right.
I grew up. It was the hero of when I was a student in Italy, and I listened to his Chopin studios repeatedly. I don't know many times, that LP, and I posted something on Facebook. So I'm a little bit shaken
understand.
by that. I also met him in person. I was supposed to go to one of his master classes when I was a teenager. So I just want to say that
Yeah.
to remember his name. He was a giant of the piano, despite different point of view about his playing. Okay, but nobody can deny that he was a great pianist. Okay, that's all.
Absolutely. Thank you, Giacomo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
may
that
he rest in peace.
that Chopin E minor from the competition is really good. The Chopin E minor from the Warsaw when he won it when he was 18. Very special performance.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Giacomo. And yeah, Paulini, a real giant of the piano and classical music industry.
And it was
Uh,
it was very moving because recently he was playing like a fraction of what he was able to do because he was an old guy,
yeah.
and he
yeah.
was keeping on going there. But
What did he pass away from?
I don't know, maybe cancer.
Really?
Not sure.
Okay.
But he was over 80 years old,
Mm,
and
okay.
I've heard the comments about one of his last performance that was not uplifting at all, unfortunately.
Mm.
So, but that doesn't reflect who he was. I mean,
Yeah. There's him at his prime, and I'm just impressed that he continued to play, up until very recently, and
maybe
that's
too
something.
persistent with that.
I mean, it's maybe his life. His life is so revolved around playing. It's part of that, not wanting to let go.
Yeah, I think
Well-
it was a performance, a Wigmore in London.
Okay.
I've had comments that was not, it was not functioning. Okay,
Yeah.
so
But he has had many incredible performances
well, of course,
and
I mean,
recordings, so we have that to remember him by for
I
sure.
mean, you don't have to judge him by the end,
no,
Right.
of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not.
I mean, Rubinstein played till he had shingles on his eyelids. I'm not sure that's such a great idea.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, he couldn't see at all during that
Yeah.
Sanson G minor and that Grieg he did when he was 96 or something.
Wow.
It's absurd. But, if that's what you want to do, what floats your boat, that's a good idea. I guess.
Well, there
the
was
people's-
a less famous pianist, but well known to me. His name was Arasievich. I don't know if you ever heard the name. And
I know Mosevich.
no, Arazievich was I don't know from
know.
was from the the east somewhere, East Europe, and you can go Google his name and see he did a Carnegie Hall recital, and he played very well. 92 years old, so
Wow.
it depends, you know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. We're going to give you three a break. We're going to pivot to talk about our season. And yeah, thank you so much, judges. We have a very exciting season. I want to show everybody our season awards and make sure that people know that not only is there an opportunity to play in Carnegie Hall, but also there are also many different places and opportunities available, from different performances around the world to talent, masterclasses to an opportunity to record an album and have it distributed by Cicerone, as well as an opportunity to watch masterclasses recorded by some of the greatest musicians out there, and Adler Oak Music Library to access new music that is being composed in this decade, in this century. It's really a wonderful opportunity. So this is just a way for musicians to also be furthermore proactive about their opportunity and their lifestyle, because this music industry involves a lot more than just the performance aspect. It involves a lot more. I want to tell everybody about our upcoming Carnegie Hall performances on April 1st and April 4th. Right, this is really exciting. April 1st, April 4th, Sound Espressivo, progressive musicians. We are at Carnegie Hall, and as you see on the screen, there's a lot of people who are performing, and they'll be interviewed. There'll be so many different things. If you're in town, make sure you check us out. We are in Weill Recital Hall, April 1st and April 4th. 2 performances in 1 week, organized and prepared by the incredible James Welch of Progressive Musicians, and of course our very own Dr. Anna Spenskaya of Virtual Concert Halls and Sound Espressivo. This is going to be a really phenomenal concert, and I'm just excited. If you're in town, make sure you check it out. And with that, I want to thank everybody for joining us. This is the end of session 3, and I look forward to seeing everybody soon for session 4, which will happen at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Virtual Concert Halls presenting live music programs. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.